Morning, glampers. Good morning. Welcome to day 12 grub loadout, man. These things pack a hell of a punch, man. Hell of a punch. You know, to be honest, I felt like, no, don't tell anybody this stuff, okay? But it wasn't probably like assault and weapons. I would have went over and like fired off a fucking bear banger at them last night to tell them to shut the hell up. Day 12, the world in my eyes is looking a little gray right now. I don't know. But what we can look at this is like, let's say you're in the backcountry and you lose all your systems. Like me, I drowned my phone. Both hands, if your GPS runs out of battery, you lose your battery pack. You'll lose your GPS. Like anything can happen in backcountry. Let's see how I can make the next 200 kilometers by going by the guidebook and the map that I got and a compass. This is an adventure I'm never gonna forget, I tell you what. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to grade 12. We gotta get some coffee on the go, but remember, today's a bit of a recoup day, so I'm gonna lay back down here for another little while. What time of day is it? I slept in anyways, we know that. Looking at the sky. Oh, it's 6:30 already. So, anyways, oh, there we go, my lovelies. It's always nice not to embarrass yourself on camera, right? There we are. Yeah, I was stupid hot in this sleeping bag last night. Take my toque off. Take my sweater off. Wake up an hour later. Take my pants off. Take my socks off. So, I know I won't go back to sleep, but I'm not just jumping up just yet. So I'm gonna lay here, listen to the patter of the rain, and I don't know how many people know the smell of wet pine needles in a pine forest. Oh, it's lovely, man. And I don't want to ruin it with the smell of coffee, even though coffee is one of my favorite smells too. You know what I mean? These are the problems I'm faced with on day 12. Garbage bag. Looks like I better get back to shelter. Very well could be one of those kind of days, right? Yes, this is just food. We'll go through it today. pitter patter rain and the bright blue sun. Bright orange ball. Bob is coming up. Good morning, Bob. Everybody say good morning to Bob. Anyways, I was sitting here last night. It was dark in there, and I was watching these big black clouds just full of moisture and anger ripping by, and it wasn't raining at the time, and these bats were flipping around chasing bugs, dragonflies, or whatever they were eating. It's been a long time since I've seen bats running around. There's no sense in getting the cameras because it was dark and they wouldn't have shown up, and they move fast, man. I was like, wow. Another thing I noticed last night when I wasn't sleeping was, and good on Saraill, the bear spray. This cap, it glows in the dark, and I think that's awesome. Because you don't have to fumble for your flashlight to find your bear spray if you need it in an emergency at night, while especially in your tent. I always keep mine in my little pocket right above my head, so I know that it's there, like I can just. But I mean, with the glowing cap, I mean, it's just, if you need it in an emergency, I was pretty stoked by that. My old one didn't do that. My old one expired. And so I had to get a new one. I didn't want to come out here for a duration and not have knowing that my bear spray, it's not the capsaicin or whatever's in it. It's the propellant that loses its oomph. That's why there's an expiry date on bear spray. Yeah, it's just getting cloudy again. It's dark. I don't really want to stay here today. Spend more money, but we got some time yet. Imagine it's about 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning. I don't know. Don't really care right now. Let's have my cup of coffee. What we'll do is we'll go down this sit pad between between the water bladder. Like, you've seen how far it was to go get water, and it's nice just to carry water back to camp. Especially when you're at the end of a long day of hiking or whatever, and you don't want to walk half a kilometer back down to get more water. So that's been a game changer on this trip. And so has this foam pad. I keep the gold side down, dirty side down, and the silver side up. I just made that a habit so that one side can get dirty and one side I try to keep clean. But yeah, like right now I'm sitting here in the water, but my bum's dry. It's soft, it's comfortable. You can fold it out if there's more people. I like it. Nice little game changer. Anyways, I gotta go back down and try to pull some guidebook pages out, and maybe we can make a small dash to somewhere else. Just get out of here. Get out of the glamping world. Morning, glampers. Yeah, that's it, man. Just sitting here, having my coffee, and I'm already freaking bored. So I imagine we're gonna do something today. Well, I'll show you what's in the food bag, and we'll go over camera gear today as well, so you can kind of see the kind of weight I'm carrying for this extended version of the trip. day 12. The world in my eyes is looking a little gray right now. I don't know. Okay, friends, well, that's my second 256 gig card in the GoPro. I don't know why this thing takes so much memory. It's on the lowest settings. It's on standard, 1080, 24 frames per second. And like, so now we just traded it for, can you see that? 512 gig card, and that's all the memory cards I have. I just put a 128 in my Canon last night just for doing the still pictures or video of wildlife if I can, you know, get the awesomeness. But I'm shocked by this GoPro at how fast batteries go and how fast memory card space is taken up. Just anyways, we're gonna get to the food here. I just got it all laid out. I'll show you basically what I'm looking at, but I just want to put memory, I want to make sure these memory cards are safe and protected, so I'll get back to you. Alright friends, we'll take a look and see why my food bag is so heavy. And we'll try to do, I got it kind of laid out. So this is what we're looking at. This is peanut butter and Nutella for the wraps. So that will be lunches. But so we have, let's start with the dinners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dinners. 9 breakfasts. All at three packs of breakfast. But I don't necessarily always need that. So and then lunches were, I have 3 ramens left. I have the wraps. I also have 2 kilograms of trail mix and snacks for along the way. So every day is breakfast, dinner, a Cliff Bar throughout the day. And so that, what we're looking at is 9 days. There's 10 wraps in here. Yeah, 10 wraps. So if we take 1 breakfast and we only have 2 of those every day, we're looking at another so now we can stretch the season. This is how I stretch my 6 days to 9 days, my 9 days to hopefully 15. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives us 4 and 1 package left. So that's 9, that's 13 days now. And that's, I'm not counting today because today's breakfast and lunch is the cheese and the crackers left over. I want to get rid of it. So we can also supplement what we have here with the trail mix, a bag of beef jerky, 4 Mars bars, 2 extra Cliff bars, and lots of sugar to get us through the day. Just for that, if we start dragging, climbing mountains and peaks and or passes and whatever it is. And if we can get somewhere, we can also supplement all of this with some fish. So there's no doubt that there's no way that I can't take all of this and stretch this to 15 days. It's simple. Just the amount of calories in this bag alone is worth like almost half a week of hiking. So I mean, a handful, bam, there's 200 calories. It's simple. We also have electrolytes. I have 20 electrolytes. And remember, some of this food I've already been eating because we did groceries a couple of days ago, right? A few days ago. As far as the Nescafe coffees, I have 23 cups. Now, to me, coffees, if it's not at least 500 milliliters, it's not a cup. Like 250 milliliters technically is a cup. So 2 of those for every cup. So, yeah, so we have 23 cups of coffee. So if I want 2 cups a day, which I like, that's still like we're 11 cups of coffee. So we can stretch the coffee to 15 days, no problem. So basically, that's the food loadout. That's why it's so heavy. Stuff like this is heavy. These are freaking heavy, but I love my all sorts. And the rest of it, now you'll see when you start looking at this, why in the hell I was craving a pizza. Fresh, doughy, carb load, cheesy, meat, peppers and mushrooms. And I never had it, but I was in Banff, remember? So, $21 for a bowl of stew. It was lamb stew, it was good, but... So, anyways, that's the food loadout. Of course, a jar of peanut butter and a jar of Nutella. They'll go together on each wrap, a little on each wrap, and get that, you know. So, I mean, just that alone, I mean, I can stretch it past 10 days. Just on wraps. So, I mean, I can eat peanut butter right out of the damn jar, and I've done it lots of times. So, that's what we're looking at for our food loadout. And like I say, I really want to get some fish. Like I'm not carrying all this fishing gear, but fillet knife, reel, rod, 4 lures, and a pair of that I got out of the I skanked out of the hospital. One of those they're like long needle nose kind of pliers, like, and you can clip them together or whatever, and they kind of bend a little bit. And they got, you know what I mean? When I find them, I'll show them to you, just to help get the hook out, depending on type of fish. So again, I'm from Manitoba, and Manitoba does it proper, where you're not allowed to fish barbed hooks. So when I buy Manitoba tackle, there is no barbed hooks. So, but just depending on the fish. Oh, I thought that was on there. So yeah, that's the food loadout, guys. Just want to give you a quick rundown on what we're eating, and why nothing comes out solid. All right, time to pack this shit up, and I want to get on to reading some notes. The rain comes, it goes. The rain comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. That makes for miserable kind of hiking, because you know, take the raincoat on, take the raincoat off, take the raincoat on, take the raincoat off. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm hoping that I can get out of here without getting to camp and everything's wet and extra heavy, and then, you know, so we'll see. I'm bored already, you know, like I'd like to be packing and going. So anyways, good morning, welcome to day 12 grub loadout, man. These things pack a hell of a punch, man. Hell of a punch. That and a couple of handfuls and a nice trout. That's part I want out here. That's what I want out here. It's 10:30 in the morning. It's still pissing rain. Flipping miserable day. I don't really want to stay here, but I'm reading the map. I'm reading the pages out of the guidebook here. So I'm here. You can see that. Maybe a little difficult, I'm not sure. But I need to get... Okay, where am I? Mount Saraill. Elk Pass, Trailhead. And then I come up here, West Elk Pass Junction, come down and around, and come on down towards Tobermory. So this is Elk Lakes Provincial Park, and this is Peter Lougheed Provincial Park. So what I have to do is, if we take a look here, I need to cross into British Columbia. So this is Kananaskis. This is Peter Lougheed Provincial Park is right here, and Elk Lakes, where I want to go, is over into British Columbia, into Elk Lakes Provincial Park. So I need to come from here. My campground's like right in here somewhere. and I need to get over here. Yeah, so it's just a miserable day. There's no one around to figure out where this trail is out at Mount Saraill. I walked over across the street and I seen the Canadian Mount Everest Expedition Trail. It's only like 122 meters in elevation. It's a short trail, day hike thing. It's in recognition of in 1982. It was the first time Canadians summited Mount Everest, and that's what the trail is commemorating. So that's all right. I might, if I'm staying here, I might just go and do that day hike. I don't know. It's just miserable out. It's cold. It's windy. It's rainy. My body could use a rest, but I want to go. You know. But I gotta get this shit figured out. So, just so you give you a little look-see here, what we're trying to accomplish here. But I don't know. I gotta figure out systems. Everybody tells me from Pierre Lougheed that Section B is well marked and well traveled. Shouldn't be a problem. As I said, I went in there and I got this map there because this isn't a hiking map, but it shows me that I'm here and I want to come out at Coleman here. So we're gonna be somewhere, you know, I don't know exactly here, but what this does do is it gives me, if something goes for shit, I know, okay, I got it. Here's the number 40. Here's the 940. You know, like I can find my way somewhere, just as a backup safety plan. Now that my phone was found in a puddle of water, so I'm not too excited about this weather. I mean, there's gonna be days I'm gonna have to hike in the wet. That's just it. But it's not feeling it today. I don't want to stay here and spend another $31. It's pretty expensive. If I can get to Elk Lakes today, it's only $5. Self-registration. First come, first serve. So just trying to figure out what I'm doing, and like I'm still waiting on this like it's 10:30 now, and I'm still waiting on this GoPro battery to charge, and this power bank has already lost a quarter of its power, and my one GoPro battery still isn't even charged yet. So I was sitting here trying to figure out, if I carried 10 GoPro batteries, would that be weight lighter than one power bank? But then how do you get somewhere and charge 10 batteries at once? I don't know. Just fiddle flopping around, and oh, I guess I better move some of this camera stuff. It's got a little bit of a side wind coming now. Damn it. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I didn't sleep good last night, and the system's down. I don't know what to say. Except I shouldn't have this stuff in the weather like that. Should be in here. I'm gonna put it right in my sleeping bag. I know, don't put wet stuff inside your sleeping bag, but my camera's more important to me than a damp night of sleep, so. I'm still in my pajamas, for Christ's sakes. That tells you how enthused I am to get out of here today. I just don't want to spend the money. I just might have to, I don't know. It's just miserable. So, getting ready to eat some more food. I might lay down for a snooze. I don't know, this is crap. Alright, my friends. I'm glad to say that my camera, which I woke up to after that big storm, it's not working, but it seems to be taking pictures and video. So I am not very good at recording with a phone, Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. Probably some of that wildfire smoke. It's nothing to do with me, the fact that I'm a smoker. Anyways, I thought we'd take a look at some camera gear here. So I'm recording with my S20 Samsung phone. Like I say, I woke up, it was in a puddle of water, dripping water out of it. I held it like this and trying to get water to run out of the charging port. It does nothing, but so far it's taking pictures and video, I hope. So anyways, let's get after it before this thing burns up. So to bring you all the goods, we'll go through what I got here. So for cameras, I have my GoPro Hero 11 Black, bought brand new just for this trip. I've got my Canon SL3. With it, I have the 55 to 250 lens, which being a crop sensor camera at 1.6, you times your 250, which gives me a 400 zoom. And that's how I'm trying to bring you like the bighorn sheep that we've seen. So that's that. This is my 18 to 55 lens to go with the Canon. To keep things charged up is a big deal. So I knew that going into somewhere I might only have one shot or a few hours or whatever. So to get things charging, we have a power bank or a power strip. And then we can plug in everything. So we got 1, 2, 3 blocks that I can plug in both of my 20,000 milliamp battery banks. As you can see, I'm charging a GoPro battery now. So, I forgot to pull out the batteries. I have 3 GoPro batteries and 2 Canon batteries. Canon, I'm just trying to use it for still pictures. That's why I'm mostly only using the 55 to 250 lens. This is wall charger for my Canon. This is a USB charger for my Canon. This is my Nikon charger. I didn't bring my Nikon camera on this one. But I use that to wall charge my GoPro batteries. So I can wall charge 2 at a time while I'm also charging my battery banks at the same time. While I'm also charging my Canon batteries at the same time. And there are charging cords for every single thing. So now you see why I wanted to bring fishing gear, and I left my, my kilogram in weight tripod behind. My little backpacking one. It's still, it's still over, a couple pounds anyways. So that was left behind. Anyways, this is the camera gear to bring you the show. Plus, the phone was my third camera. So, yeah. Basically, what I've been doing with sorry, I forgot which side of the camera I'm on all of a sudden. Basically what I've been just trying to do with the camera for my social media is just snap where I'm camping every single day and try to conserve its battery, and just in case I need a video, I need another lens, So anyways, that's the camera equipment. That's a little bit of weight in itself. So I mean, you're looking at 20 pounds here, 30 pounds in food, that's 50 pounds. And then you take a look at all the rest of my kit. So now you can see it's not hard to understand that I'm running a 70-pound bag coming out of this camp. So, or at least coming out of Banff, I was running a 70-pound bag. We're starting to eat down weight. We're using some fuel. Camera gear is not going to change. I do have this is the case I use to carry my 18 to 55 lens. Just a little bit of protection for it and that's that, man. So other than that, you pretty much have seen my kit. We can talk about my first aid kit a little bit. Rolling papers, of course. Heartburn stuff, but we can get into that later. First aid kit is, to me is kind of personal. It's just your basics. But I mean, my first aid kit also has like zip ties and crazy glue. I think there's a little bit of tape in there. And then some bandages. I brought a couple of Tylenols, and I brought some tramadol. I can't remember what that opiate was that they prescribed me after my surgery. I took none of it after my surgery. But But I figured, you know, if I'm gonna need pain meds, and I don't take pain meds, but if I'm gonna need a pain med out here, it's gonna be serious enough for me to take something heavy. So that's it. So that's the camera gear for this trip. I don't know, I got into the first aid already. So anyways, over and out. All right, guys, well, the decision has been made. We are pulling the plug. This battery's already at half too. Oh my god, this stupid GoPro, man. Anyways, you can see there, that's quite a size of a nice dry spot by the tent. I don't know what size it is. It's a sill tarp, Rab sill tarp 2, I think. So for you in the know, there you go. Yeah, we're just putting the finishing touches. I don't know how I packed my bag so different today. I know I wanted shelter on top, so the tarp is wet still. I shook it and let it wind blow over, but it's still wet. It's gonna hang off the back of the bag, and I wanted to have my tent. I don't know. Last I heard, there was a major storm rolling through, and today it's just been rain, and then really windy, and a little bit of sun, and rain, and rain, and rain, and rain. But you just never know out here, right? So, I don't know. This is what we're looking at. But I can't do it. I can't do it just sitting in there. I mean, it's beautiful, yes. But, so anyways, we're heading to the Elk Pass trailhead. And that will take us, when we get to the top of the pass, one step over, we'll be in British Columbia. So we want to get that mountain done today, and yeah, head on down to Elk Lake. It's only $5 a night to camp there. This is 31. So I'm like, it's just not in my budget, to be honest with you. I mean, really. And to have, oh, I gotta clean up those cigarette butts. We'll make sure we do that. The garbage is right here. I mean, I don't want to pay for any camping, but I mean, $5 self-registration and $10 or to $5 self-registration is much better than $31 self-registration. And if you wanted 6 sticks of wood, it was 10 bucks. And I mean, no, because they asked me, oh, would you like some firewood? No, I don't want firewood. I'm a backpacker. I don't really care that much about fires. So yeah, I searched through the map as best as I could. So when I get to this Elk Lake trailhead, I guess I'm taking the power lines. It's supposed to be well marked. According to the guidebook, it's well marked. According to the park staff at Peter Lougheed, it's well staffed. Well, I'm dumping this in the garbage bin before I go. No sense in carrying garbage. It's all well marked, so it shouldn't be a problem. But what we can look at this is, like, let's say you're in the backcountry and you lose all your systems. Like me, I drowned my phone. What happens if your GPS runs out of battery? You lose your battery pack. You'll lose your GPS. Like, anything can happen in the backcountry. Let's see how I can make the next 200 kilometers by going by the guidebook and the map that I got and a compass. Alright guys, well, the kindness of others, the guy there in the white truck, I looked some stuff up on this phone. The office over there isn't open yet, so they're off duty. I think there's some people on vacation, and parks are understaffed anyways, so I think they just kind of rotate around different parks all day checking them out. And oh, I forgot to take my slip out of the sign. Oh well, they'll do it for me. I left it pristine, so it's not like I left a damage deposit because I left a piece of paper behind. So yeah, so we want to go this way. This is the road, right? Or wait a minute, where am I going here? I think I gotta go this way. Yeah. Goodbye, old pump.
That water was all right in there. But for the duration of my trip, I'm glad I filtered it and boiled it. Look at this bastard. You know what that's from? My Tokes pot, my Tokes cup. I boiled water, wasn't thinking, just grabbed it, and that's where the two handles come together. It's right there, just burnt the living shit out of it. User beware. Don't be an idiot. Or, sorry, not head. Alright, here we go. We head left and we just hike up there. With luck, you know me. I am the ultimate hitch and hiker. Fuck, why didn't I name my channel that? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you why. We're looking at a different way of staying out. We're looking at a different way of being homeless. Because it's not easy hitchhiking, man. You go, your body goes through a lot of hell. Hitchhiking and trying to stealth camp and, you know, trying not to offend people and keep yourself safe, and it's just, you know, you get to a certain point where you just don't want to sleep on gravel roads in the middle of the night. Well, alright, well, I believe that bruiser that you're looking at right in front of you, that's the guy I got to get up and over today. And then get down. I want to get to the trailhead. I want to kind of get in there a little bit. And then pull the guidebook again and really, once again, try to understand it a bit better. But yeah. So here's that road on the right. I think it was on the right. How you doing? Hey, have you guys seen the trails ahead for the Elk Pass trailhead? Okay, I think it's this way. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry? Yeah, thank you, you as well. Man alive, they like to threaten the hell out of you with passes out here, BC and Alberta. So now again, you were with me. We were in Banff, and I asked her what passes do I need, and I said I have my Parks Canada Discovery Pass. She said I need nothing other than that. So we're good to go. So anyways, we are here. We slept here, so we made our way here. Now we're going to come over this. I guess that's 5 kilometers to here, and then we will continue on, I guess, down here. We'll have to read the guidebook and stuff again, right? So I'm not seeing, yeah, trail distances 1.0 would be trail distances, so 5. So we got 5K to get to British Columbia. Then we're up and over the mountains into British Columbia, man. And on this map, oh, there's our famous 541. Remember that? And then we came up to 40. We didn't come up into Peter Lougheed in this area. We came not that far. I think it was like, what was it, 5 or 8 kilometers or something from that gas station, remember? And we came up here and then we cut in here with the Cat Creek Daves area. So we were in messing around in here, and this is the BC border, so we were like right in here, I believe. I don't see any lakes on here, so, but Carnarvon Lake, Lake of the Horns, maybe that's them in here. But somewhere in here, we didn't come into Peter Lougheed when we were back here in 2020, but that's on the map is that's where we were. And this was that bastard of a road we had to walk almost the whole way. Except for that lady. That lady was awesome, man. The one, she worked at the golf course. I'm trying to remember her name. She worked at the golf course. She enjoyed cycling, but she had to canoe to her house to come and go every day. So, all right. So let's see what this says. Elk Pass Trail is a moderate walk, ski, or mountain bike ride. All right. Trail meanders through old pine forest along Fox Creek, where the gurgling water is often muffled by thick willow and alder bushes growing in the low-lying creek bed. Instantly, that tells you a bear might not see or hear you. Elk Pass itself is little less than 6 kilometers from this parking lot and is the highest point in a low, wide valley that straddles the border dividing Alberta and British Columbia. Not far from Elk Pass, West Elk Pass is marked with basic directions and map for getting to Elk Lakes Provincial Park. Both trails head south into the park for longer day hikes or backpacking trips. All right, well, I guess all we can do is just go, right? And I believe it's this way, so regulators, mount up. You know, everywhere I've been where there's a chance to sign a trail registry, there's been no trail registries. I don't know if people are stealing them for fire starter or whatever. Okay, BC Park visitors, fee of $5 per person per night, charge for camping in Elk Lakes Provincial Park. Okay, we got that. All right, there used to be horses. Well, this is the start of the trail. Trailhead's right there. And I love the smell after rain. Get some rain showers going on, if you can see that, or sun showers, whatever you want to call it. All right, well, all we've done since we left camp is go uphill, and that's fine, but it's time to sit for a second. Not raining hard enough to put on my raincoat. I'm just gonna be sweaty. I'll be more wet with sweat if I put it on than I will be wet. But look at my hair is just soaked, whatever's left of it. And yeah, I certainly glad I kicked it off the couch this morning, you know what I mean? Paying another 31 bucks there. At least this way, I mean, top of the pass is 6 kilometers. And then down. So we're gonna knock off whatever that is. I imagine maybe it's another 6 down. I don't know, it could be 10 down. Well, at least we're getting that mileage knocked off today. I want to pull out the guidebook right now and have a look. But one, we're getting the mileage knocked off. Like even a bit, right? So 12 Ks is still 12 Ks, you know. That's when you're backpacking up and over mountains, 12 Ks is that's a good day. But we're also saving that precious dollar, right? So 31 bucks there, 5 bucks over here. I mean, ain't get the mileage done. It was a no-brainer when I started looking at the maps, and but I mean, all honesty, I just wasn't really feeling it today. You know, I wanted a day down, but if we can get some fishing done up here, over here, maybe we'll take a day tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not pushing myself. I'm not a thru hiker. I'm a backpacker. So I'm not hiking the GDT. I'm backpacking the GDT, and that is a world of difference in weight, speed, the whole 9 yards, right? So, yeah. Anyway, gotta stop burning battery. All right, guys, just still climbing up this moderate little hill that they call, and bumped into a couple bike packers from Spain.
Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Lucia. We are from Spain. We've been traveling for 4 months already.
4 months.
Yeah, in British Columbia, and now we are in Alberta for the first time.
Nice, nice. You are
I'm Pablo,
Pablo?
and we're going to Jasper now.
You're going to Jasper.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how long are you gonna? What's your total length or duration of your trip?
We don't know.
You know? Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, till we spend the money that we have.
Yeah.
So we would like to get to Mexico.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're doing the big. Yeah. Eh? What do they call
The
that?
divide, the Great Divide.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yep.
Yeah, we think we are gonna go to Utah to see these big rocks,
Yep.
and yeah, to skip the winter. So
Yeah.
maybe-
Yeah. Get down there before the snow comes up here, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
plan.
plan.
Yeah, no, you look like what was his name? He came through. I'm from Manitoba, and he came through, and I said, "Hey, I'll sponsor you. You know, I got a bike shop in my basement, and you know, come camp out and shower up and cook and just relax and whatever." But he was already through. Was his Johan?
Johan.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Do you
that
know
guy.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then when you come down, I was like, "What? Is that him?"
That's the guy that he crossed the states in winter.
Yeah, he come down out of Alaska. Remember, he was
Yeah.
pushing his bike in that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the same guy. And I was like,
His videos,
yeah. Awesome. Nice. So let me ask you, what's been your hardest? What's been your worst situation? Have you been in?
Probably the Great Pass.
Okay.
It was a tough climb, and it was really, really hot that day.
Oh
I
yeah.
would say the summer is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started to travel in March, so
Okay.
we had a little bit of snow and a lot of rain,
Yep.
and it was much better than the heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh
would
yeah.
say for us.
I know. Me too. That's the same way. So
Yeah.
awesome. Well, it's so nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool, eh, guys, man? It's just, you got to get out to meet these people, and you only meet them, you know, when you're out doing it. So we'll say goodbye to our guest here, and we'll catch up to you when I find British Columbia. There go my new friends from Spain. There's a beautiful view. At least it's not everything's so clouded down in smoke right now. So that's pretty special right there, for sure. I mean, just that view alone, guys. Come on, give this video a like. Come on, help us out. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. Those guys, 4 months on bike so far from Spain, out, just staying out until they blow all their money. Not blow it, but it costs money, right? You gotta resupply. So all right, looks like we're get a bit of a breather from that uphill slog. That was a bit of a go. But I mean, when you meet people that are out just doing it like you are, it's refreshing, man. It gives you a little spring in your step, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's great. I'm glad I kicked it off the couch today, man. Yeah, as long as I pay attention to my body, we'll be fine. So apparently where we're going is absolutely beautiful, and well, everywhere I've been's been absolutely beautiful. So yeah, looking forward to it. See this against the backdrop of the green trees, that sun coming down in the rain. Hopefully I just don't get pounded. I don't want my backpack getting saturated, because then a 7-pound pack becomes like double, maybe even more with water. So yeah, I hope I don't gotta get up that. I hope we're already in BC. I guess we gotta follow the Fox River or something here. Let's see what this thing says. So we're looking for the West Elk Pass Junction, and then we're gonna go to the right. There'll be 2 trails, and we're gonna go to the right, because the other one is, what is it? The Okan Creek alternate, but it looks farther away from the camp, and we'd have to backtrack. So I don't necessarily like to backtrack, even though I like to see some of the alternates. But
I'm good with just sticking on main trails until the weight of this bag gets down a lot. We can lose 20 pounds out of this bag, then maybe we'll look at doing alternates. But honestly, no, I'm not interested in that, because then it just becomes a suffer fest, to be honest with you. So, all right, I must be in BC. I must be there by now. According to this, I think I'm right, but this is a pretty little section, eh? Oh, now there's a nice cold breeze blowing. Not cool, cold. And the skies were looking pretty frickin' black a minute ago. That hasn't been cut too long. Yeah. Got a feeling most of this would be a beautiful hike in a hot day, because you would have some cover. And yeah. BC, just like Banff, Alberta, the province of BC stands for Bring Cash. So, the time we spend living in the dome of home is what we can afford. Let's look at that. That's beautiful. I certainly don't need to be slinging 2.2 pounds of water off my hip right now, considering I'm following what I believe is Fox Creek. I read something, but now I can't find it in the damn book. I thought it said to follow the trail along the creek, and that is exactly what we're doing. But I can't find where I read it now. Alright. She's a little slick underfoot. Until this area gets a lot of rain by all that moss. Well, if we're in BC, we're right. You got the ocean. You got the mountains. This is BC, this is Alberta. The ocean currents come, rise up and drop the precipitation. So a lot of BC is actually a rainforest. So it would go to stand to reason, right? Time is 2:45, and I'm good for the day. Get out, exercise the muscles, get a few miles done, and stop paying so much money. I don't like paying to carry a house cross country, set it up on dirt for a night, and have to pay for it. I'm not a big fan of that. Now, like I said before, if there's infrastructure such as bridges, signage, then yeah, you know, a few bucks here and there doesn't, you know, I don't mind that. But oh boy, we're looking for another split before we get to camp, so I don't know. And on this split we're going to want to go left, so we're going to want to go west. No, we're going to want to go east, because we're going, no, west. Yeah, what the hell am I, what a knobhead. No, wait a minute. Yeah, why am I second guessing myself on east and west? Good lord, alright. Oh, we'll keep you on and see what this bridge is. Sorry, this bag is bouncing off my chest. I apologize about that. Yeah, I like this country, man. Wait, somebody made a reference about that movie. So it was a movie about it with that machete guy. No Country for Old Men or something like that. I just started laughing. Anyways, well, we got a few bridges on this trail as we climb higher. I like them. Oh, that's pretty right there, man. That's beautiful. Oh, what do we got coming up here? Beautiful, soft, steady rain falling. Oh yeah, this piece of trail is a little longer than I was expecting it according to the length of the map. So, but yeah, it's nice in here. Listen. Isn't that beautiful? Until I start walking. I am a little wetter than if I was wearing my raincoat, but I would still be wet because of the sweat and the exertion. So that's why the clothes go in their separate dry bag, so that no matter what happens, I can get shelter up, and I got dry, comfy, warm clothes to get into. My sleeping bag's in there wrapped in that, in the asbestos bag, which is acting as a bag liner. And yeah, life's good. We just got to get there. But pretty walk in here. Pretty walk. Alright, what's this? I belong here. Alright, I do. I don't like walking on these wood planks. Okay. What's this? Cane Basin. Cane Falls. Nope. Oak Lake's Cabin. 4-2. Oh, Alberta border. Kananaskis. 10 meters. British Columbia. Alberta. You guys can see that. Alright, friend. We're Especially in British Columbia.
Alright. You see it's still spinning a little bit, but just broke out here a little bit. That was treacherous in there, man. I've come down a lot of elevation. But coming down, heavy pack, wet boots, wet roots. There was 3 times, man, I just about bit it and bit it hard, so that was a tough section right there. I'm glad to see this. This stuff is beautiful to walk on for traction, water drainage. But I think I'm going to sit down right here. I need a break. Oh. What's that over there? Is that a little sunshine on that mountain? No. Come on, Bob. You can do better than that. Yeah, we need to sit down here for a few minutes, man. That was hard on the body, slipping and sliding. My legs are going one way, my arms are going another. My head's flipping around like a circus freak. Everything's just soaked and heavy. And I'm glad I made it through that part, but it looks like we got a little bit more, so we're going to rest the body here a second or two. Oh, look out, Tarp. I'm sitting down. Oh, yeah. There we go. I'm going to take a fiver here if I can get my hands dry. I'd like that. Can you see me? Can you hear me? This battery's almost dead. Okay guys, I don't know how well you're going to see me. We got some thru hikers over here, so I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to move away so that I don't disturb them. But I'm having a yard sale right now. So here's the gig. I got hammered again, and coming down the mountain, and I'm telling you, by the time I got to camp, I was like hypothermic. I couldn't get my boots off. I couldn't get my tent up. When I finally got all that up, buddy, and I finally got that stuff done, got out of my wet stuff, into my pajamas. I jumped right in my sleeping bag right away, man. Like my hands weren't working, nothing was working, and yeah, that was probably one of the most serious times I've been like at jeopardy of being in trouble with hypothermia. But I will show you where I am, because this is the world of my eyes, and I hope you can see this. I don't know, because on this screen it doesn't look like you can see me at all, but here we go. So this is Lower Elk Lake. And that is pretty stunning. But that looks like weather coming in. Again, it hasn't stopped. I've just been getting pounded, but now that I've had some cup of tea. Oh, I'm trying to get some water here, so I can go down the trail and wash my dishes. See, I take the clean pot lid and then I pour the water into the dirty pot. You see how that works? now I can go over there. Somebody brought their canoe in. I guess there's parking a few kilometers away. But yeah. So what I'm thinking, and I know, okay, but I'm thinking of taking a zero. I'm more than thinking, because I need to get stuff dry. I mean everything. Camera bag soaked. Camera equipment soaked. Where did I leave my big camera? All my clothes are soaked. My sleeping bag's wet. Everything has just been pounded on. And it's just, I'm not having the weather to get things dry properly. Like once I get things, dry, or I think they're dry, I get the camp on, it's still a little damp, that's fine. Bam, rain. Just rain, man. So, but I mean, out here, the West needs rain, but look at this. Just stunning. And believe it or not, up in these mountains here, there's big glaciers. You can't really see them right now, especially on the GoPro. So I'm going to come down and snap some still pictures. So, if... Excuse me. Swallowing bugs is always fun. If the weather's nice tomorrow, then I do believe we're going to stay. I'm going to yard sale again, try to get everything dry. And then there's a place called Pertain Falls, I believe someone said. That's my yard sale over there. And hello to my new friends from Winnipeg who are out here. There's a family there's a family out here from Winnipeg. And small world, right? I think that's pretty neat. Yeah, I kind of went up a little higher to get away from any cold air sinking, because there are glaciers right on the other side of that lake. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go get these dishes done. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to make sure all my food stuff is already put in the bear box. And then I got to look at my Canon camera because it's wet. And I can't have my Canon wet because that's what I'm relying on for my still pictures. And that's super important to me. So, you're meant to get wet. That's why I bought you specifically for this trip. But the Canon, I'm worried about. So, yeah, so here's the washroom. Now, this is my first time camping in BC. So, if you go over the mountain in Alberta and all the way west, if you want to dump your grey water, you dump it in the toilet. And it actually helps to whatever, So, I'm going to just do my dishes here, and I'm going to dump my grey water. And then get my food bag for the food lockers, and I'll take you to see the food lockers when I'm done here with this. It looks like there's somebody wants to get in. What is that, rats or something? Holy jumping. Alright, we'll be back.
We might head to the river now.
Yeah, guys, well, nice talking with you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
And enjoy your company in your cabin. And
Yeah, thanks.
I hear they got propane, fire in there, and everything, eh?
Yeah.
That's stoked. You know, the ACC was formed in Winnipeg, eh?
I did not know that.
Yes, so there you go. Yeah, now I know who's going to be sticking at my tent tonight. Yep.
Have a good one.
Yeah, man, you guys too.
It's warm tonight, eh?
Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to getting in. That warmth is beautiful.